This is the Island Challenge Cup. Oxford Brookes University, their A boat against another A boat from Edinburgh University. All the power, all the grunt, all the clout at the start. Edinburgh University to the right of your picture. Trying to make sure the steering is good. You get an idea though, if you look beyond the boats, just how gun barrel straight this more than 2 kilometre course is, as they head down towards Henley Town Centre and Henley Bridge. And the early lead picked up by Oxford Brookes University, but I don't think that's the last we'll hear of Edinburgh University in this one.
No, I love watching these eights at the start. Like 2 great steam locomotives, pistons firing. It takes a little while to get up to speed, but when they're moving, it's just a symphony of synchronicity. It really is beautiful. And Oxford Brookes, the holders in this event, they've won the Island Challenge Cup, I think 4 of the 5 years it's been in play, or maybe 3 of the 4 years it's been in play. This will be their 5th tilt of the title. Edinburgh looking to cling on here. They're fierce racers. Colin Williamson's built a remarkable programme up there in Scotland, but at the moment Brookes just dictating the narrative and able, given the margin they built up, able to just lay down the terms of what we're going to see in sort of the middle third of this contest.
Brookes, as Tom says, traditionally very strong here, and they've had a strong start to this one. Eased out to a length clear. It's taken a little bit of time to get there, but they now have a decent lead, and here we are further down the course, and Oxford Brookes nudging a bit further away. Abigail Backey, the Cox. This will have been the plan, to try and burn off Edinburgh University in the early stages, in the first half of the race. And the fact that the Cox will have to look over the shoulder to see where the opposition are will be reassuring, because there's the gap.
Well, we talked about it, or we've talked about it a lot in previous years, but Brookes have built just something remarkable in Oxfordshire. They've got probably pound for pound the premier boat club on the planet, particularly for student rowing, and the depth is remarkable. All of these women in this Brookes boat were top 15 at the women's head of the river back in March, and they've got so much talent to pick from. And like you said, Tim, they've just extended their lead. It hasn't been explosive, it's been attritional in this context, and Abigail Backey, the Cox, just driving her crew on, ensuring that nothing dramatic happens in the closing stages.
And it's been so lacking in drama, and that's a compliment to their boat, isn't it? There's been nothing spectacular or out of the ordinary. They've just ground down Edinburgh University, moved away. They got up to a length clear halfway down the track, and then just nudging a little bit more for comfort. And many of those in the Oxford Brookes University A boat, I'm sure we'll see their names on the biggest stages over the next few years, because this is an absolute production line, isn't it? They've set up at Oxford Brookes University, and you look at what we are watching a few years ago coming through, and Edinburgh University themselves a really successful setup. You can see there in the stroke seat Freya Hewson, the Edinburgh University stroke. James Dearden, the Cox there. We'll be trying to get as much out the boat as possible in these final couple of 100 metres. In front of stewards, Edinburgh University putting up a decent fight, definitely, but Oxford Brookes University stretching away to make it comfortable.
Well, Edinburgh qualified 3 boats into this competition. Remarkable effort from that club and that programme, and credit to Colin and all of his coaching staff for doing that. And I think Edinburgh A will hold their hands up here and say they just came up against a faster crew on the day, and I'm interested to see how this Brookes crew transitioned through.
They might, well, on Sunday night, be able to say, well, we came up against the best crew exactly. In the Island Challenge Cup, so certainly no disgrace there. Drawing them on the Thursday. Edinburgh University over the line now. Definitely lots of respect between the two boats. Oxford Brookes University going through.